And I'll just do the same thing again. Hello. It's Shawn Brady bringing you another fabulous podcast for the CCC. That's the Connector Circle Conference with one of our upcoming speakers on June 1st, 2018, right here at Medici Media Space, Shawn White.
It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Even if not in person.
Well, hopefully one day all of us will meet and we'll have the most joyous experience imaginable.
Yes, fix my collar. Look good on podcasts. Look good on audio. So, Shawn, you are definitely one of the speakers coming up on June 1st. What is your specific subject? Because I told you earlier, I always butcher the name of your thing, and I hate doing that. It kills me. But say what your disease is and what you want people to know about it.
All right, so I have a disease called neuroendocrine cancer. It's a super cool disease, just not a cool disease to have. Just like any other disease in life, if you look at it objectively, you can find an assortment of delightful details that will allow you to enjoy some aspect of the journey that you're going through. Now, unfortunately, as other people like myself are going through this adventure, they know it's not all lollipops and smiles. There's a lot of pain and hardship that it involves. Unfortunately, I've been randomly selected from a pool of a very small number to experience this journey. Now, I believe that every hardship is an opportunity to learn how to help someone heal themselves. And my journey hasn't been particularly easy.
No.
And I'm fine for it. I would never ask it back.
Right.
If I had a magic genie lamp and I could rub it and it said, Shawn, you can have 3 wishes. Asking away my cancer wouldn't be one of them. Hell, even curing it wouldn't be one of them. We're defined by the hardships that we make in life and how we temper it with our wisdom. If I asked away my cancer, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. And I couldn't share the things that I've learned along the way with the people who need it most. And it's the people who haven't learned how to advocate for themselves in their terrible journey. I want to help you make the most of your moments by taking the keys and putting it in your hand so you can drive your car down whichever highway you want to drive.
I love that. So, Shawn, you and we've talked before, and I know a lot of your background story and things like that. And unfortunately, we don't have all the time in the world to go into it again. And I know you're going to share some of that with the audience on June 1st. But so your disease attacks, from what I recall, you were misdiagnosed a number of times. I thought it was lung cancer. It looks like this type of thing, but it's not. It's actually at the cellular level. Is that correct?
So to give you an idea of how the disease is a lot of people with neuroendocrine cancer are misdiagnosed in a multitude of ways. Sometimes it's identified as you might have pneumonia or IBS. It manifests in so many bizarre ways. Like a common symptom is flushing or diarrhea, nausea, wheezing. Mine manifested originally as coughing up copious amounts of blood. For 5 months I had pneumonia. To the defense of the doctor, I have a very rare disease. And in his collection of diagnosis, it just didn't pop up.
Sure.
We got to empathize with our healthcare providers to know they are humans just like you and I. And they can only know what they know. So find someone who knows what you need them to know.
And that kind of started you on your journey, and you had to go quite a bit of ways to find people who really are known specialists with this neuroendocrine.
How about this? Instead of saying trying to pronounce it,
yes,
one of the acronyms we use is N.E.T, which is neuroendocrine tumors. Just call it N.E.T cancer.
N.E.T cancer. That makes more sense. Thank you.
And a lot of us are caught in the net of N.E.T cancer, and it's hard to escape. So we need to work together to build the tools to help other people navigate this road. Now, I have fallen into a lot of holes. Like, I had an oncologist who didn't know anything about my cancer. And although my thoracic surgeon was the one who diagnosed it, he didn't know that there were options actually available. Thank God he was able to diagnose it, because that opened the doorway for me to discover what I needed to do to help myself.
Sure. That's great. And I know I every time I sit with you, your demeanor is so calm, even keeled. sometimes humorous. But what drives you, man? How do you stay so? I mean, this is like a crazy cancer.
It is.
How do you cope and deal? And I mean, you seem so at peace.
Well, one of the things I believe is that in every second is an infinite snapshot of beauty. So if we're in our absolute most painful moments, there's still beauty in how much we're saturated with pure agony. You would say, Shawn, okay, but you're in terrible pain.
Yeah.
You have a hard life. We all have hard lives. We all feel pain. And I firmly believe that I don't know any more pain than what you do. Now, whether that's true or not is irrelevant to me, because I look for every opportunity to bridge a conversation from me to you. I want to bond with you. I want to inspire you until the point that you're able to inspire yourself. If you can find the reserves to always move forward by the experiences that you have had, you'll always be able to take the next step. Now, my peace in life comes from I'm fulfilling my purpose. And my purpose in life is to take all the horrific experiences that I have faced and turn it into a beam of light. And I want to shine it on your path so you don't fall into those very same pits that I have. I want you to know what's coming ahead so you can at least anticipate to one degree or another, do I jump over them? Do I step over them? Or am I going to have to fall in them? And if I fall in them, can I make it a controlled drop? I want to injure myself as little as possible, and I want you to live the highest quality of life that you can.
And one of the things I know about you take a very holistic approach.
Kind of. I'm actually science-based. So whenever I was going through chemotherapy, I was approached by a lot of alternative medicine.
Sure.
And thank God I didn't buy into a lot of it. You know, I had people coming up to me to sell me like holistic teas to cure me of my cancer, or to join an MLM in order to speak to someone who could cure me, like their guru or
Sherpa.
Yeah, you know, it's how I believe is this: is there is an equilibrium. There's a balance that you can have with the holistic world and the medicine world. But first and foremost, you have to be research-oriented. You got to look at everything that everyone presents to you. The last thing that you want to happen is someone to make money off of your misfortune.
Sure.
They need to be actually helping you. And by integrating scientific method into how you approach life and how you approach medicinal treatments will help you avoid a lot of unnecessary agony.
Well stated. I mean, I wish more people took that approach instead of just blindly trusting one thing or another, and actually doing their own homework, doing their own research, understanding what's going on. I know so many people out there don't.
And one of the reasons that happens, in my opinion, is that the pain is terrible, and we're stuck in a storm. There's a whirlwind flying about us, and it's dark, and we can't see. And to even take a few steps, to move towards our disease and touch it, makes us want to throw up. It's just too much.
It's a lot. I mean, I don't know how you do it.
Well, what you do is you have loving friends who invest themselves into you. If you reach a point where you can't continue to push, if you can't look at the facts, you need someone to guide you. You say, look, man, I've done my best. I'm trying, but every time I look at this, I just want to cry. Can you help me? You need to be committed to the idea that you can ask for help. Let your ego flow away for a little bit. Let your pride go. Because you want to live, and your friends want you to live. They want you to live the highest quality of life. True friendship is embracing one another in your high and your low times. But they want to see you in those high moments. They want to see you flourish and achieve your dreams. They want to be with you in those happy moments, and they want to talk about those sad moments.
Yeah.
So use your friends. These are mutually beneficial arrangements. They are there with you because they love you. And a part of love is looking out for one another. Once you reach those points where you just can't touch the research, turn to someone you trust and love and say, can you look into this more? And if you don't have very many people who are close to you, make connections with a support network. They don't have to be people that you personally know. I know plenty of people who I will never meet because I've only seen them on the interwebs. Mm. But in these groups, if they have like experiences, listen to the resource materials that they have. Or perhaps if you're on Facebook land, make a post in one of these groups and say, I am about to cry because I can't look any deeper. Is there someone here who can help me? And by and large, I believe to the deepest core of my heart that people want to help people. They want to see your suffering end. They want to give you a purpose to the pain. And by working together, we can find purpose. We can grow as individuals. And we can help guide a community in the direction of a healthy, quality, high quality of life lifestyle.
Yeah. And I want to highlight one thing because you are speaking at the CCC, the Connectors Circle conferences. And one of the underlying themes always is how do we network people in that community, whatever the case may be. I think originally some people thought it was just for business purposes. Mm-hmm. But it's not. It's really that Connector Circle conferences is really about that bigger C community and the community of people who are looking for that same type of help, the same type of issue. You know, how can we help other issues? We had Fabi in here earlier about the bipolar disorder and how that affects different things. So how can all these people get them in the same room, in the same space, with the same understanding, connect everyone together and have a whole different type of new relationship together because we're not alone. I mean, we're not individual creatures that are an island.
Now the event, one of the held just today, I was able to look at it from a new angle. Mm. It's not just an opportunity to network, but it's an opportunity to get in a room with fantastic minds to solve problems. There's people from all walks of life who will be attending. And you never know what kind of input they can give you that will provide you an opportunity to have a transformative experience. Something that will change your life forever. To live the highest quality of life that you can. Sometimes it just takes meeting that right person to inspire you to make the best of every moment and to become the person you have always wanted to be.
Well, I certainly got my dose of inspirational people and speakers today. Shawn White, always a pleasure to be in your space, and thank you for doing this podcast and video vlog, if you will. And on behalf of the CCC, thanks for being one of the speakers.
Oh, it's my honor. And I look forward to meeting every one of you. And may you have marvelous moments between here and then the thereafter.
Awesome. And if we don't see you in person, we'll see you guys and gals on social media. Thanks for listening in. Thanks for watching in. And we appreciate your thoughts. And one more thing here. Thank you so much. It was great.